We're here at Old Fort Niagara.
They have a small museum you can enter for free. There you'll find some really cool artifacts and interesting facts about Old Fort Niagara.
Yeah, definitely something we recommend. You could spend a lot of time there. Yeah, for being Memorial Day late in May, it was pretty chilly, but a great way to spend the day with the family. Now, is it me or did the fort actually seem bigger once you got inside?
I agree on both counts, Stevie baby.
Oh my God! Oh my God, guys! Oh my God! They're bombarding us!
Yeah, it was a really nice day. Besides the wind and the fact that we had to walk through a ton of black flies, that was kind of annoying. But other than that, it was pretty fun.
I agree. Now, one of the first things you see walking into the fort was a World War II reenactment where they had a reenactor explaining all about the path that a typical soldier would have with them.
Yeah, it was really cool, and he was answering a lot of questions that everyone had at the end, so I thought that was really great.
Last but not least, I have my dry bag here. These are all the things that I absolutely positively want to keep dry. I've got my spare socks, I've got my spare strokes, and most important, I've got my toilet paper in there too. Got to keep that dry, right? All of these items, like I said, would have been for one individual Marine. Typically, these items would have weighed anywhere from 35 to 60 pounds. A lot of the time in the Pacific, the battlefields are very condensed. They're not going very far, so they'll often leave their packs behind and they'll go into combat with just their weapons, ammunition, and water. This would be your life while you're in combat. You're not going to have anything more than this, really, and this is typically going to be what you live with for anywhere from 72 hours to 82 days, like on Okinawa.
Yeah, I thought it was great seeing all of the eras of military personnel and all the actors come together. They're very informative and very passionate about what they do. They make it almost feel like you're back in that time.
Now, the first building we walked into was set up with a whole bunch of different Civil War artifacts and different reenactors living and making that experience come to life.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite building of them all, and I feel like it had like a rustic type of smell to it. Like you felt like you were in old times, like early 1800s type of smell. If that makes sense.
I agree, Steve.
Money really for Confederacy, most of it was state. And then a lot of times too, the state didn't even produce money. It would be up to individual banks, even sometimes railroad companies would produce some.
Right. Notes, they call them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all throw it in your soup again. A really good dumpling and sauce.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Man, those cannons were something else. Really cool. I wonder if they still work, actually.
Would have been fun to find out.
Yeah.
And man, what great views of the bustling fort and the choppy waters of Lake Ontario had from the cannon tower.
Yeah, it was a great day, but really a cool way to take it to history. Yeah, the reenactment's about to start. We're really excited. I think they're going to be showing us a bunch of different guns from the 1500s all the way to the 20th century. So let's check it out and see what they have in store. That's pretty awesome. I'm glad to be here. Such a nice day out. It's a little chilly, but pretty nice.
Stevie even got to do a little reenacting of his own. But all jokes aside, he got to learn about all the obstacles that women had to overcome in war.
You got a bullet, huh?
Yep.
Nice. What's that flag you got there?
Especially being in the healthcare field, but accomplished so many great things. Now, the most impressive building that we walked into was the French Castle, which housed about 40 French soldiers during that time. The living quarters were just set up just like they used to be back at the War of 1812 and the French and Indian War. And there was a significant difference between the officers and just the soldiers. The living quarters for the officers were a lot nicer. Almost seemed like you could live in there today.
Yeah, some things never do change, huh, Stevie?
Nope.
Now, Mama Betts even got to learn all about a famous figure from history, Betsy Doyle, who was known for her heroic quests in the 18th and 19th centuries.
It's really an immersive experience. You step in there, you feel like you're in the middle of Revolutionary War, and other times you feel like you're in a French camp during World War II. Such a great and fun learning experience. What a great day. What a great time, and recommend.
I think that's the definition of edutainment, Steve.
Well, we kind of already went through it, but right behind me is the French Castle, which housed about 40 soldiers, French soldiers, and it was one of the first buildings built here at Fort Niagara. A lot of black flies today, so yeah, I'm not really sure why.
They're so attacky.
Yeah,
I
they
know,
are.
we have to get out of here.
Luis, hey.
Well, that was it for our experience visiting Old Fort Niagara. We highly recommend you go there, especially for the Military Through the Ages event.
Yeah, it was a really nice time. Perfect for the family. Grab a picnic, pack a couple sandwiches, and enjoy your day at the Old Fort Niagara.
Thanks for tuning in.
Make sure you tune in next time. We don't see you out there. Now, the most impressive castle is definitely. Now, the living spaces almost made it seem hard.
What do you think? Would you drive that, Mom?
Hell yeah. Drive it better than any man. All the most badass stories we heard today were all about women.
That's true.
And one of them was named Betsy.
Something about the name Betsy.
Oh yeah. Gotta love. They even have a lighthouse.
Yep.
This was a lot of fun.
It was a good day, guys.
It was a good day.
Yeah. And it didn't rain either, which was nice.